Hi, friends. Just a breath together before we get started on our conversation. Welcome. To be careful not to turn it into a meditation. Boom, so easily can slip into that. I think I shall in a bit. So how's everybody doing? Here we are. Welcome to Zenful Conversations. My name is Jen Brown, and I'm your host. We do have guest speakers from time to time, and I am the host. But we've been having these conversations. We are in year 6 of these daily conversations with opportunity to reflect with ourselves, grow with ourselves, grow in love with ourselves, and more, right? So this year we have been having a conversation about being present, as most of you that come by to listen to this will know. And I just wanted to know how it's landing. I'm wondering, are you noticing anything? What are you noticing? It's a little bit different, this conversation this year. Usually there would be evidence of this one also, right? So just what are you noticing? What are you noticing for your own edification? What's going on with your thoughts this year? And it might not even be anything you could put into words, but just taking a pause here, since we are in September, taking a pause and just noticing the effect. I would say taking this pause, we could do across the board. We can take pauses and give ourselves a little bit more time being present. There was a poem I read not too long ago, and I don't know who wrote it right now, but I do know that I was in a group with Julia Fehrenbacher when, maybe it's her poem, one of her poems, possibly, very possibly so. Anyway, it was about taking time to look at the flower, like taking, maybe it's her poem, There Is Time. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I even read that, sad to say. But it's about stopping to notice, or staying with the flower for 30 seconds instead of 10 seconds, or not even stopping with the flower at all. And it doesn't have to be a flower, but we're talking about, stopping for a moment and really appreciating what is right in front of our eyes. And that is really quite a large part of the message this year, as the Book of Awakening is the book that we're following. Has been talking about a lot of these, a lot of life that we're missing out on for one reason or another. And if we're always so busy trying to get to there instead of here, then we're not going to really be noticing. But to me, this pause is sacred. And another worthwhile practice to practice the pause, right? And extremely challenging in our fast-paced world, no doubt. But we can make conscious choices and decisions. And to me, that's what this message is about this year. And I'm feeling a little bit of something, the thing is, it's layer after layer. This is a never-ending practice, so it's not like, you practice this to get good at it. It allows us to be. The practice is nourishment. And it's never going to be done because there's always layers. There's more layers to our higher self all the time. I mean, it's not like we're going to arrive anywhere. So it's not a practice like you're playing the French horn. Yes, did you know I was third French horn? It's not like we're going to practice, though, a song and get it all right. It is nourishment, is all I can say is nourishment for our daily lives. The Book of Awakening by Mark NEPO is the book that we are receiving these messages from. New York Times bestselling book. Described as having the life you want by being present to the life you have. And the message we are offered today is day number 2053. 2053 is titled Who We Are and What We Know. Who we are and what we know. There's a quote here offered to us by Confucius. To arrive at understanding from being one's true self is called nature. To arrive at understanding from being one's true self is called nature. To arrive at being one's true self from understanding is called culture. Confucius. It seems we all learn in two ongoing ways. Being who we are helps us know more about this life, and what we learn helps us be who we are. If we look at how we move through our days, we can see that we are all made up of all different mixtures of nature and culture. As a boy, I burn my hand on a stove and I understand the dangers of heat. When experience is the teacher, I am a child of nature. As a teenager, I listened to others about their failures in love, and this knowing shapes how I try. Here, understanding is the teacher, and in this moment, I am a child of culture. I must confess that encountering these definitions changed how I see myself. For instantly, I realized that though I prided myself on being deeply natural and experiential, I was, in fact, very cultural, mostly a watcher. It has since become clear that the danger for a natural learner is avoiding the need to turn one's experience into understanding. So let me back up again. Whoops, let me say that one more time. It has since become clear that the danger for a natural learner is avoiding the need to turn one's experience into understanding. At these times, we become the flighty one who never strings the hurts and joys together into a lesson, the one who repeats everything. The danger for a cultural learner, however, is avoiding the need to turn one's understanding into experience. At these times, we are the weighty one who considers everything but never acts, the one who never engages anything. Either way, when we falter in applying who we are to what we know, we experience a lapse in being real. Wow, what a cool message. This is a chronic condition that I, for one, have experienced often. Do we hear this? Indeed, as birds fly and molt, and spiders spin and trap, as snakes slither and shed, humans care and know. And as the bird can't find much to do with its fallen feathers, as the spider spins and gets stuck in its web, and the snake ignores its already forgotten skin, we are left with our knowledge, intent that it will be useful. But the use, it seems, is in the caring. This is a very interesting message today. The meditative exercise asks us to look over our life and try to discover whether you are more natural or cultural in how you learn. And I just realized myself, right? So to me, we're going to go back over this meditative exercise in a moment. I just wanted to say that I think I'm going to try to give a little more effort to the one I'm not and just play with that a little bit and try learning in that way a little bit more. And basically that's what it says at the exercise, which let's take a couple breaths and center ourselves. The meditative exercise that we are offered today asks us to center ourselves. Center yourself, and as you breathe, look over your life and try to discover whether you are more natural or cultural in how you learn. There's no right or wrong. Breathe steadily and ask yourself, who is your primary teacher? Experience or understanding? Note which is your strength and which you could invite more fully into your life. What a fun experiment. You know, the beauty of these things, doing these experiments, I have found, for me anyway, I never would have thought I liked half of what I love if I didn't just try it. Sometimes without interest in it, right? Almost everything I love that I do now, I can't even say I barely had interest in to start. Transform my life. Transformed my life. And that's why I share. That is why I share. Please visit zenfulconversations.com. Please get on my mailing list. In deep and wonderful gratitude. See you guys tomorrow. Namaste.